My husband and I love each other very much, but as most couples, we would get into arguments. Our biggest argument always revolved around a single disagreement: children. I wanted children. He did not. As the years passed, I had hoped he would eventually come around and warm up to the idea of having children. But he remained stubborn and wouldn't change his mind. I reminded him that if we waited too long, we'd never be able to conceive a child of our own. But he did not seem to care. I even suggested adoption or fostering children. But he wouldn't hear it. "You're not fit to be a mother," he would say. His cruel words burned into my memory. I loved him. Why would he say such a thing? I wanted to carry a baby. I wanted to have a life inside of me. A little piece of him inside of me. I love my husband, but he doesn't have the right to keep me from doing this. No one can stop me. I threw out my birth control pills, and I sabotaged his condoms as I prepared to seduce my husband into a frenzy in lovemaking and passion. My husband, who knew I was desperate for the chance to have a life inside of me, discovered my plan and rejected my advances. My own husband said I was crazy, that I was becoming obsessed and losing my mind. I loved him so much. How could he say such a horrid thing to me? I'm his loving wife. That night I cried. I never cried so hard in all my life. He didn't have the right to do this. I would have the life I so craved. It took me a week, but I had my next plan ready. This plan was foolproof. There would be nothing he could do about it. This time, he wouldn't stop me. After he returned home from work, I offered him a beer after slipping a dose of crushed sleeping pills into the drink. He, of course, didn't taste any of the medication as he greedily downed the offered beer. Within 20 minutes, he was in a deep sleep, practically unconscious. I dragged my husband into our bedroom and onto the bed. I stripped off his clothes and began kissing his body all over. "You can't take this from me," I whispered into his ear as he remained blissfully unaware of what was about to happen to him. Hours passed, and I had my way with his body. He didn't awaken from his drug-induced slumber. Not once did he feel my warm lips pressing constantly against his cool skin, enjoying every sensation I felt as I carefully finished my task. The bedsheets were soaked from my night activity, but the fluid wasn't sweat. It was blood. My husband's blood. I sat on the floor of the bedroom, my back leaning against the foot of our family bed. I ran my hands lovingly over my tight stomach, thrilled about the life I was now carrying. I wouldn't be able to enjoy the life inside of me for the full 9 months like most women, but the few days I had with it would be the best of my life. It's no easy feat to devour an entire human being in a single night, but it was worth it. I finally have a piece of my husband inside of me.